finding it.
Absolutely, great
And
time.
you, I think that's the report you had to discuss a while back.
Yeah, but it's,
I figured I had to start giving them to you if you want. It's about a run-of-the-mill week,
Yeah.
3 to 5 calls, the rest of that's maintenance. Once a year, we have to put all the ambulances in the shop, where they take the tires off them with the brakes, and they take everything apart. You can check them and make sure that they pass in this list from the state. So we did that this week. And one,
That's, pardon me,
go ahead.
that's the annual thing we do.
Annual, yeah. And this is way down the road, but it'll affect our budget a little bit next year. There's not enough money budgeted for that in our budget, because the newer model ambulances apparently now have to go through the checks that they have to go through. It's basically the labor required by the shop we use, which was one across the street from us there. The labor is so high, and the guy called me over there and he showed me, cause the first one he did, I said, well, and he called me over there and he showed me what they have to go through now, or what the state wants documented, and so it's just going to be a lot more expensive for us to get that done, but it's a mandate from the state. So I think we budgeted $1,500 for it. I think we wound up spending about $2,800 the other day to get them all inspected. Part of that is just on nationwide with the Ford chassis on the ambulances. They've had a lot of problems, so they're requiring all of them stringent inspection. I don't know, like I said, the first day I might order you guys with details, so if you don't want to hear it, just stop me. This is, I made a copy of this for everybody. This is an overview of something that the Kansas Department of Emergency Management has put together. It's called an incident management team. And it's something that through the region, we have a Homeland Security region. We have an IOTA meeting once every couple months for that. And it's something that they had asked me to consider being a part of. And I think I'd like to do that. I think it'd be a benefit for us. What it is it's taking the smaller counties in the state, us and pretty much all of our neighbors, and they're forming an incident management team for our region. And what that would be is if we had, or if say Edwards County had a tornado hit or some other natural disaster, it's a team that they can bring in using the emergency managers from surrounding counties to come in and help them to take care of what they need to take care of. And I think they asked me to be a part of it because the reciprocal benefit of us having those people come in here would far outweigh the potential of me having to go to Edwards County for 48 hours sometime. If we did have a large-scale disaster, we'll need all the people in here that we can get. So that's basically an overview.
We have just a written agreement with the other counties, or how's it?
Yeah, it's through the Kansas Department of Emergency Management. They're trying to put one together for 6 regions in the state, and our region, South Central, basically starts with us and goes across to Marion County and then down to the Oklahoma state line. That's our region, and they're trying to put this together. And I think part of it too is that they haven't had a lot of luck with it. There's a lot of people that are kind of dragging their feet, and so it was supposed to be done in February. It's still not done. They're still looking for people, and I think it's something we can do. Real minimal impact to us and what I do every day.
well, isn't it something similar to the fire department when they need extra people, they have an agreement with the adjacent
similar to a mutual aid agreement.
Yeah.
They're trying to streamline the process basically, because the people that are getting on board on this are fire, EMS, emergency management. If they have it done the way they'd like to have it done, it will be a completely self-sufficient organization that has people trained in every discipline you would need, that they have their own equipment, show up, do whatever you need them to do. I might go to Edwards County and be the incident commander in their operations Operations Center, or I might go to Edwards County and I might take 3 of their fire engines with their crews and go out and be the incident commander on scene of a big fire. You do whatever the county asks you to do. And part of getting this in place is if we can get the people in place and on board on this, some of the Homeland Security money that we're used to getting this year has been assigned by region, and it has to be designated to region-wide activities. And if we can get enough people on board with this, we'll have X number of hundreds of thousands of dollars from the government to buy equipment that would benefit the whole region. So that's part of the motivation for this. Some of them we're set up on a tax exempt account, some of them we're not, some of them aren't sure what taxes we are supposed to pay. So in talking to him and getting that straightened out, I found that if whenever possible, we are able to fuel our vehicles, especially mine, from what we're running around I do, Harold's when he's here in town, and the in-town ambulances whenever possible. If we were to fuel up the ambulances through the bulk tanks and their tracking system at the county shop, it'd save us a ton. And I think just in light of past events, he had asked me to run that by you all before him and I made the arrangements to do that. I can tell you that from what he said, apparently the appraiser's office and the health department are already set up on that system. And so he just wanted me to run that by you all before him and I set that up in light of some of the past
Appraiser's health already is.
What?
The appraiser and health already goes against your fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Extension office does.
Yeah, it was, he said that one too. It was just a matter of wanting to dot his i's and cross his t's. I think given some of the past circumstances, he wanted to make sure that it was.
I think it's a good idea.
As long as I don't have a problem with it, I'm going to set it up so we can try and save more money.
But now you're, the ones that's stationed downtown, how are you going to work that?
We're just going to, we'll try to get fuel here through Philip whenever we can, but
You still have to buy some.
we'll still have to keep those accounts open. And we did go ahead and get the tax issue straightened out with all the other places, to the best of my knowledge. We won't know until we see the next bill. But from talking to the county treasurer, we get all that money back in the end. She's able to get that back through tax refund, but it's
So they put tax on that when we get back.
yeah, it's kind of
Still not paying tax.
it's kind of cumbersome the way it's done, and my motivation for getting it straightened out is that I'd rather have it stay in my budget on the front end than worry about getting it back at the end of the year. So I think we got that straightened out, but as long as that's okay with you all, I'll start getting it with him. And then if you're inclined, I'd like about 10 minutes in an executive session to discuss non-elected personnel.
I make the motion we attend an executive session to non-elected personnel.
Second.
Been moved and second, we have a 10-minute executive session, Jason, for unelected personnel. All in favor, say aye.
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 The Pitney Bowes guy came by the other day in my office and talked to me and said of things to come. It's gonna be, your packages are gonna have to be sorted by, like if they're so thick, the rate is gonna be more. And there's the breakout on the page. Like, I didn't bring my copy. But like this first one, if it's 7 thousandths of an inch to 16 thousandths, then your rate is going to be this much. But if you're up to a 1/4 inch thick, then your rate is going to be 42 cents an ounce.
You say a letter, okay.
So it's going to be, they're going to start hitting you on how thick your mail pieces are, not just by weight.
Regardless of the weight.
Right. So right now, you know, all we do, we just weigh them. It tells us how much.
Need a roller.
Yeah.
From the road.
So he worked up some price quotes on a different type of mailing system that will weigh and gauge your thickness as you run it through.
And that, they're gonna lower our rates then too, if we do that.
Yeah, right. Right now, we pay about $254 a month. He said a DM 800, which is a weigh on the weighing machine, 384, that's leasing, or a new one